Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into a shocking and deeply emotional storyline that could shake the bold and the beautiful to its core. With Hope Logan's world crumbling around her, all signs point to an impending crisis that may leave her in an unimaginable situation. But there's one person who could step in and save her, Deacon Sharp. As Sean Cannon teases a series of intense scenes between Deacon and Hope, fans are left wondering, will Deacon finally prove himself as the father Hope has always needed, just when she needs him most? Let's break it all down. Deacon Sharp, Hope's last line of defense? Hope Logan is spiraling, and her descent into despair is becoming painfully clear. After everything she has lost, her son, her relationships, and possibly even her own mother, she finds herself standing at the edge of a dark abyss. With nowhere to turn and no one left to trust, she faces the terrifying realization that her life as she knew it is over. This is where Deacon Sharp comes in. For years, he was an absent father, unable to be there for Hope when she needed him most. Whether it was because of his own demons or circumstances beyond his control, Deacon missed out on crucial moments in Hope's life. But now, fate may be giving him a second chance. Sean Cannon recently confirmed that he has filmed 10 upcoming episodes with Annika Noel, Hope, suggesting that Deacon will play a critical role in his daughter's unfolding crisis. Could this be Deacon's opportunity to finally prove himself? If Hope is truly at her breaking point, he might be the only person capable of pulling her back from the edge. But will Hope accept his help, or is she too far gone to be saved? Hope Logan, a downward spiral no one can stop? The signs have been there for weeks. Hope Logan is unraveling before our very eyes. The once optimistic and determined woman who fought for her family and her career has been replaced by someone barely holding it together. And what makes it even more chilling is how detached she seems from everything happening around her. At the recent jewelry launch, the atmosphere was tense. Everyone in the room felt the weight of the coup at Forrester Creations, the betrayal, and the uncertainty about the future. Ivy and Elector Forrester couldn't even enjoy their own event, and yet, Hope remained unmoved. While those around her were conflicted, anxious, and visibly shaken, Hope stood apart. Her lack of reaction wasn't confidence, it was detachment. It was as if she had already accepted that the end was near. The real turning point, however, was when she saw Carter Walton embracing Ridge Forrester. That moment confirmed what she already knew: her grip on power was slipping, and there was no stopping it. She had fought so hard to reshape her future, but now, she was watching it all crumble before her eyes. Carter Walton, a man caught in the middle. Carter Walton's role in this drama is equally fascinating. In a moment of frustration and ambition, he orchestrated a coup against Ridge and Steffi Forrester, seizing control of Forrester Creations. But what started as a bold power move has quickly become a heavy burden. Carter now regrets his actions. He wants to return the company to the Forrester family, but his own pride prevents him from making that final step. His attempt to stabilize Forrester Creations was never really about Brooke Logan's capabilities as CEO, it was about damage control. Buyers were losing confidence in the company's future, and Carter saw Brooke as a familiar face, a steady hand that could reassure investors. But the plan has backfired in ways he never anticipated. Now, as he wrestles with his conscience, Carter knows one thing for certain: when he returns Forrester Creations to its rightful owners, he will lose Hope forever. Their alliance was built on ambition, but without power tying them together, there's nothing left. Carter may be on the path to redemption, but it comes at a cost, one that Hope is unwilling to accept. Hope Logan, the ultimate fall from grace. Hope has always been a woman of conviction, someone who fought for what she believed in. But now, all of that is gone. She's lost her son, the men who once supported her, and even her career. She has burned every bridge, leaving herself completely isolated. And when that realization fully sets in, there's a terrifying possibility: what if she sees no way forward? With nowhere to turn, Hope may find herself contemplating the unthinkable. Her entire world has crumbled, and in her mind there's nothing left to fight for. The once strong and resilient woman may now be standing on the edge of a decision that could change everything. If this is truly the direction this show is taking, it would be one of the darkest and most emotional storylines in The Bold and the Beautiful's history. Mental health struggles are rarely explored in soap operas with the depth and sensitivity they deserve, but this could be an opportunity for the show to shine a light on an incredibly important issue. The road to redemption, Deacon's chance to save his daughter. The upcoming episodes featuring Deacon and Hope could be some of the most powerful in years. Deacon has spent a lifetime making mistakes, but this is his moment to step up and be the father Hope always needed. Could Deacon be the one to recognize the warning signs before it's too late? Will he be the one to convince Hope to seek help, to remind her that she still has people who love her? If he succeeds, this could mark a turning point in their relationship, proving that redemption is always possible, even for someone like Deacon Sharp. But if he fails, if Hope continues to spiral unchecked, the consequences could be devastating. The people in her life, Brooke, Carter, Ridge, Ivy, may all be too wrapped up in their own problems to notice that Hope is drowning. And if no one reaches her in time, the fallout could be heartbreaking. What's next for Hope Logan? As The Bold and the Beautiful moves forward, all eyes will be on Hope. Will she find the strength to rebuild her life, or is she truly at the end of her rope? And will Deacon be the hero who steps in just in time, proving once and for all that he is more than just a man with a troubled past? The answers will unfold in the coming weeks, but one thing is certain: Hope Logan's journey is about to take a dramatic and emotional turn that no fan will want to miss. That's all for today's B&B Spoilers. Stay tuned for more shocking developments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Next, we're diving into the romantic entanglements of Liam Spencer, a man who has spent years bouncing between two great loves, Hope and Steffi. But with both women happily committed elsewhere, Liam is left wandering alone in a world where he is no longer the center of their affections. However, recent developments suggest that Liam won't remain single for long. Could an old flame reignite the passion he's been missing? And if so, which ex-wife will find herself back in his orbit? Let's break down the possibilities. Ivy Forrester, the forgotten love that could resurface. Before we even entertain the idea of Steffi Forrester finding her way back into Liam's arms, let's talk about another potential love interest, the stunning and sophisticated Ivy Forrester. While many fans may have forgotten, Ivy and Liam once shared a relationship that was filled with its fair share of highs and lows. Their romance took a dramatic turn in 2015 when Liam married Ivy in order to prevent her from being deported back to Australia. What was intended as a marriage of convenience, however, became complicated by Ivy's genuine feelings for Liam. Although she truly loved him, the feeling was never entirely mutual on Liam's part. Once Ivy secured her green card, their marriage was annulled, and Liam quickly gravitated back to Steffi, leaving Ivy heartbroken. But Ivy never truly got over Liam. When she returned to Los Angeles last year, she made a bold confession: she still had feelings for him. And if that wasn't enough of a shock, she followed it up with an impulsive kiss, reminding Liam of the spark they once shared. Yet, despite this emotional encounter, nothing came of it, at least, not yet. Now that Liam is single and ready to move on, could Ivy be the woman who captures his heart again? She's intelligent, ambitious, and unlike Hope and Steffi, she doesn't come with a long history of betrayal and heartbreak where Liam is concerned. A romance with Ivy would give Liam a fresh start, something he desperately needs. But as we know, love in The Bold and the Beautiful is never simple, especially when Steffi is involved. Steffi and Finn, a marriage on the brink of collapse? For the past few months, Steffi Forrester has been happily settled into her life with John Finn Finnegan. Their love has seemed unshakable, but everything is about to change. The shocking revelation that Finn is Luna Nozawa's father threatens to tear their marriage apart. Steffi has always been fiercely loyal to her family, but this revelation forces her to confront a painful truth: Finn kept secrets from her. The idea that Finn fathered a child with Poppy Nozawa before they were together isn't necessarily the issue, it's the deception, the lack of transparency, that shakes Steffi to her core. She believed their marriage was built on trust, but now that trust is crumbling beneath her feet. As Steffi grapples with her emotions, she may find herself seeking comfort in the one man who has always been there for her, Liam. Over the years, their relationship has been a cycle of love, betrayal, and reconciliation. And while they have gone their separate ways, their connection has never truly disappeared. If Steffi finds herself single again, will she turn to Liam for solace? Liam Spencer, the man who can't stay single for long. Liam has never been the type to spend too much time alone. Throughout his history on The Bold and the Beautiful, he has been in a constant state of emotional flux, always torn between two great loves. But now, for the first time in years, neither Hope nor Steffi is an option. Hope has moved on, and Steffi is, for now, still committed to Finn. This leaves Liam at a crossroads. He has spent so much of his life defining himself by his relationships. If he's not with Hope, he's with Steffi, and vice versa. But who is Liam when he's truly alone? And is he ready to step outside of his romantic comfort zone and pursue something new? While Steffi and Liam's history suggests that they could find their way back to each other, there's also the potential for Liam to take a different path, one that leads him straight to Ivy. Ivy has already made it clear that she still harbors feelings for him, and with Steffi's future uncertain, Liam may finally be willing to explore what could have been with her. A love triangle, or quadrangle, in the making? What makes this situation even more complicated is that if Liam does start seeing Ivy again, it won't just be Steffi watching from the sidelines. Hope Logan could also have something to say about it. While Hope has seemingly moved on, that doesn't mean she wouldn't be affected by Liam finding happiness elsewhere. For so long, Liam has been the one chasing after Hope or Steffi, but if he suddenly finds himself fully committed to someone else, will Hope or Steffi start to question their own choices? In the unpredictable world of The Bold and the Beautiful, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. If Liam rekindles his romance with Ivy, will Steffi suddenly realize she still has feelings for him? And if Steffi's marriage truly implodes, will she fight to get Liam back just as he's starting to move on? This has the potential to be one of the most intricate and emotionally charged love triangles, or quadrangles, we've seen in a long time. Final thoughts: who will Liam end up with? As Liam embarks on his journey to find love again, he faces a pivotal decision. Will he reunite with Steffi if her marriage to Finn collapses? Will he finally give Ivy the chance she's been waiting for? Or will he take an entirely new route and surprise everyone? One thing is for certain, Liam Spencer will not be single for long. Whether it's with Ivy, Steffi, or someone else entirely, his love life is about to take a dramatic turn. That's it for today's B&B Spoilers. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest gossip on your favorite characters. Who do you think Liam should end up with, Steffi, Ivy, or someone new? Next, we're diving into the swirling speculation surrounding Thomas Forrester's potential return to The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans have been picking up on some intriguing clues hinting at a possible recast for the character, and with so much drama unfolding at Forrester Creations, the timing couldn't be more perfect. But what will Thomas's return mean for the people he left behind? Could he be coming back to finally marry Paris Buckingham, or will his heart lead him back to Hope Logan? Let's analyze what could be next for Thomas and what his homecoming could mean for the Forrester family. Ridge Forrester's frustration, blaming Hope for Thomas's departure. If there's one person who has been most vocal about Thomas's absence, it's Ridge Forrester. The legendary fashion mogul has made no secret of the fact that he deeply misses his son and grandson, Douglas. In a recent heated exchange, Ridge even went so far as to accuse Hope Logan of being the reason Thomas isn't at Forrester Creations anymore. His frustration is understandable. After all, Forrester Creations is struggling under the weight of the LLC takeover, and they are now short on talented designers. Ridge can't help but see Hope as a major factor in Thomas's decision to leave, even though it was ultimately the pressure from Steffi Forrester that forced him out. But regardless of the circumstances, Ridge's resentment toward Hope seems to be growing, and that could lead to even more tension between the former spouses. What Ridge fails to acknowledge is that Thomas would never have betrayed him or Eric Forrester just to keep a position at Forrester Creations. Thomas has always had a complicated relationship with his father, but loyalty to the Forrester name has always been a priority for him. With Ridge continuing to bring up his son's absence, it only fuels speculation that Thomas may be on his way back, and soon. Is a recast in the works? What that means for Thomas's future. Thomas Forrester's last appearance was in July 2024, a fact Ridge himself seems unaware of. While Matthew Atkinson, the actor who previously played Thomas, is no longer on the show, all this talk about his character suggests that a recast might be in the works. After all, Thomas's presence is desperately needed, not just at Forrester Creations, but within the Forrester family as well. If a new actor steps into the role, it would open up a world of possibilities for Thomas's storyline. Would he return as a changed man, eager to reclaim his place within his family and the fashion empire? Or will his return shake things up even more, adding fuel to an already explosive situation at Forrester Creations? A recast could also allow the show to take Thomas's character in a fresh direction. Perhaps he returns with a different perspective on love, family, and his career, making him a formidable force against those who previously underestimated him. Thomas and Paris, will their wedding finally happen? Before leaving town, Thomas and Paris Buckingham were planning a grand wedding at the iconic Forrester mansion, following in the footsteps of so many Forrester couples before them. If Thomas returns, will he still be committed to Paris, or has time and distance changed things? Paris was once one of Thomas's biggest supporters, standing by him when many others doubted him. Their relationship seemed to have a strong foundation, but with Thomas's extended absence, questions remain about whether their connection has endured. If they do return as a couple, fans can expect to see Douglas by his father's side, excited to be part of a family again. However, there's also a very real possibility that Thomas could return single, looking for closure, or possibly even rekindling an old flame. Hope Logan, could she be the real reason for Thomas's return? If Thomas comes back to Los Angeles without Paris, all signs could point to one reason: Hope Logan. Despite their tumultuous past, there has always been an undeniable connection between them, even if Hope has struggled to admit it. With Hope currently facing mounting pressure at Forrester Creations after taking over alongside Carter Walton, Thomas's return could complicate things in more ways than one. Not only would it shake up the corporate structure, but it could also reopen unresolved feelings between Thomas and Hope. Ridge may be trying to use Thomas's absence as a way to drive a wedge between Hope and Brooke, but what if the real twist is that Thomas wants to rekindle things with Hope? If that's the case, it could send shockwaves through the Forrester and Logan families, reigniting old tensions that never truly went away. The family dynamic, why Thomas needs to return now more than ever. Beyond his personal relationships, Thomas has an important role to play in the ongoing battle for Forrester Creations. With Carter Walton and Hope now leading the company, the absence of a strong Forrester designer has been deeply felt. Thomas has always been one of the company's most creative minds, and if he returns, it could signal a shift in the power struggle. His father and grandfather need him now more than ever, and it's surprising that Thomas hasn't been present for the major changes happening at Forrester Creations. His absence has left a void, and if he comes back, it could be the key to tipping the scales in favor of the Forrester family reclaiming their company. Additionally, with his parents, Ridge and Taylor, now back together, it would only make sense for Thomas to return home to celebrate their reunion. Seeing his family whole again might even inspire him to mend some of his own fractured relationships. Final thoughts: what's next for Thomas Forrester? Whether a recast is officially in the works or not, one thing is clear: Thomas Forrester's name has been coming up far too often for him to stay gone much longer. With Ridge continuing to bring up his absence, the power dynamics at Forrester Creations shifting, and unresolved romantic storylines waiting in the wings, his return feels inevitable. The real question is, what kind of Thomas will we see when he returns? Will he be a man ready to settle down with Paris, or will he come back with unfinished business when it comes to Hope? Will he reclaim his place in Forrester Creations, or could he shake things up in an entirely new way? No matter how it unfolds, one thing is certain: when Thomas Forrester finally makes his way back to Los Angeles, it's going to change everything. That's all for today's B&B Spoilers. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest news on your favorite characters. Do you think Thomas should reunite with Paris, or should he pursue Hope again?